Heard Ross's wounded cry and, in a spectacular show of support, decided to jump right down after it. The rest of us took the stairs. I question the mentality sometimes, I do. Ross has been somewhat vain, has always been somewhat vain in his life, particularly when it came to his hairstyle. To illustrate that vanity, one Sunday evening I was up at Ross's house, just hanging out, really. We got a hankering to get a burger and chips, and fortunately for the both of us, there was a chipper just down the road from where Ross used to live when he was back at Dublin. I was at the door, ready to walk on down, when Ross came downstairs and said to me, to quote, "Actually, Dara, do you want to go and order Chinese instead?" I asked, why the change of heart? He said he didn't want to leave the house or be seen in public because he had no hair gel.
That's very funny.
Already having had numerous girls tell him that he looked like the Irish pop star Ronan Keating. Around the college days, Ross decided it was time for a new look. What was a cause for alarm, though, is that while he was no longer looking like the singer Keating, he was actually starting to look more and more like the footballer David Beckham. Now, I have had questionable hairstyles in my time as well. In fact, if you were to ask any of the groomsmen here at this wedding, they'd all tell you that my fashion sense has been, I guess, a little out there. So that's my excuse for a dodgy haircut. But Ross, really, what's your excuse? Well, I don't want to be pointing any fingers here, or even playing the blame game. But I think we all know who is responsible for such a catastrophe. Ross's brother, Alan. Alan, from the moment you started wearing that hairband in football, Ross was sure to follow in your footsteps. Put it on there.
Fine, I like it.
Well, actually, this is actually reminding me, Alan, because I never did actually thank you for your influences on Ross, because when he did have that haircut, with that hairband, my luck with the ladies improved twofold. But no, on a sincere note, I would like to express my heartfelt congratulations to you both. When Ross and Sinead announced they were getting married, I was delighted. I remember the night I got the text from Ross telling me Sinead said yes to the proposal. And I was so pleased. I also have to give thanks to Ross, as on top of his great friendship, he gave me a new friendship in my life, and that is Sinead. When any couples first start going out, there is an awkward time when you start to meet the other half's friends. Well, from Ross's side, I have to say that Sinead's kind heart won us over immediately. We've all travelled over to visit them, and the welcome we receive is nothing short of amazing each time. As guys, we don't really always say what's on our minds, but the fact of the matter is, Ross, I've always held you in a high regard. You're a level-headed fella and one of the funniest, nicest guys I know, and your friendship means so much to me. Yes, we've gone through some bad times together, but we've gone through a lot more good times. Only last week did I have my 10-year school reunion, and for obvious reasons, Ross couldn't make that. But not having him with me on the school grounds to reminisce the old times, well, it just wasn't the same. Ross, you're one of my oldest and dearest friends, and it's an honour to be a part of this special day for you and Sinead. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for listening. I am going to hand it over to Alan now. But before I do, I would like to propose a toast to the bridesmaids. Despite visiting Ross and Sinead many times over the years, this was actually my first chance to properly meet Sinead's friends. It has been an absolute pleasure in doing so. So if you could, please, all raise your glasses to the beautiful bridesmaids. Thanks very much.